Today, I'm going to talk about the 3 big skills I believe every child or adult with autism needs to reach their fullest potentials. Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Barbera, autism mom, board-certified behavior analyst, and best-selling author. I came up with my big 3 skill theory shortly after my book was published back in 2007. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of kids that helped me develop this theory before I tell you what the big 3 skills are. So first we have Joe. He was about in 5th grade. He was in an autism support classroom, some general education inclusion. And Joe had pretty scattered skills. He could talk, but they were working on a lot of academics, including math facts. But Joe was increasingly having problem behaviors. In fact, one of my visits, he was overturning a desk, and he was in the hallway, and he was punching the fish tank, and just really bad behaviors, to the point where staff was considering transferring Joe to an autism private school. But through working with Joe, we managed to get his behaviors under control, and now he is doing very well. There's also another boy who was 16 years old, and he was in another classroom, and he was not talking, and we were working on things like matching and receptive identification. But I found out pretty soon after I arrived that this boy, who's 16, was not toilet trained at all. He would walk down to the hallway, at the nurse's bathroom down the hall, and there he would change his diaper. And he was pretty compliant with that whole routine, but it just really didn't make sense that we weren't tackling toilet training for a child at 16 years of age. So my big 3 skills that I believe should be the focus and we should be striving to have in place are these. Requesting, the ability to request your wants and needs in some way, either vocally, picture exchange with an augmentative device. But if you can't get your needs and wants known, then that is going to lead to major problems. So Joe, even though he had language, he, for some reason, because I guess he needed more direct instruction, he wasn't able to tell his teacher when the math became too hard. He wasn't able to request for assistance or to say things were overwhelming, and so he acted out instead. So that's big skill number 1, the ability to request your wants and needs to a stranger. Big skill number 2 is major problem behaviors at or near 0. This includes no aggression, no property destruction, no self-injurious behavior. Those kind of problems, just like Joe almost got moved to a more restrictive placement, will most likely not allow you to be included to the maximum extent, and won't allow you to even be included into community events and workplaces eventually. And then big skill number 3 is toileting. Independent toileting is my preference. That you'd be able to do the whole routine by yourself would be awesome, and not be on a schedule. But not to tackle toilet training at all. This 16-year-old, apparently his parents had tried and had some limited success when he was younger, but the school staff just felt like, well, he's 16, there's nothing we can do. But there's always something you can do, because using applied behavior analysis, we can change behavior. And we have to look at which behaviors are socially significant to change. So when I came up with this theory years ago, probably 8 or 10 years ago, I had done a blog on it, and I actually got some feedback that wasn't too positive from some people. Some people were saying, well, my child has autism plus cerebral palsy plus this, and they can't be toilet trained or whatever. Or I don't know, the reaction was kind of strange for some people to say. I'm not saying that you can't have any equality, you can't have any quality in your life. I'm just saying that whether you're a parent or a professional, whether you have a 5-year-old, a 15-year-old, or a 50-year-old, if you're not striving to work on these 3 skills, requesting, problem behaviors, and toileting, but you're working on math facts or matching or whatever, these 3 skills are going to give you the most bang for your buck. So if these 3 skills are not in a child's IEP, for instance, they should be. If they're not, if we are having major problem behaviors, if the child's not requesting readily throughout the day, if the child's not toilet trained, then we as a team, professional or parent, home or school, I think owe it to these kids to really focus on these 3 big skills first. So those are my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed this video blog. If you did, leave me a comment, share this video blog, and for more information how you can get started with either a new ABA program or revamping an ABA program, I'd love it if you would download my free 3-step guide. It's brand new and it will help you turn things around, whether you are a parent just starting out or a seasoned professional. So click the link right in the description, and also you can get to the same place and download the guide at marybarbera.com/join. Tell your friends and other professionals to join our mission to turn things around for 2 million kids by 2020. Hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you next week.